California Real Estate Exam Review. Question 1. In qualifying for a salesperson examination, which education pattern best reflects California requirements for Owen and Irvine? Option A. Only a property management course and a broker reference letter. Option B. Real estate principles, real estate practice, and one approved elective course. Option C. A high school diploma plus one appraisal seminar. Option D. Continuing education courses taken after licensure only. The correct answer is option B. Real estate principles, real estate practice, and one approved elective course. California salesperson applicants generally qualify through real estate principles, real estate practice, and one approved elective course. A broker reference letter does not replace statutory coursework. A high school credential and one seminar are not the required pattern. Continuing education is for renewal and does not satisfy initial statutory coursework. Question 2. In a dual-agency situation involving Grace and Hero, what must a California licensee handle carefully? Option A. Transfer of title before agency disclosure. Option B. Replacement of the broker with the escrow holder. Option C. Disclosure and informed consent from both principals. Option D. Automatic cancellation of all commissions. The correct answer is option C. Disclosure and informed consent from both principals. Dual agency requires careful disclosure and consent because one broker may owe duties to both sides. Title transfer does not come before required agency disclosures. The escrow holder does not replace the broker's agency obligations. A commission is not automatically cancelled solely because dual agency exists. Question 3. Before discussing confidential strategy with Malik, why should a licensee clarify whom the licensee represents? Option A. It makes title insurance unnecessary. Option B. It converts every conversation into a binding lease. Option C. It eliminates all duties to non-clients. Option D. Agency disclosure helps parties understand loyalty, duties, and potential conflicts. The correct answer is option D. Agency disclosure helps parties understand loyalty, duties, and potential conflicts. Agency disclosure informs parties about representation and helps prevent confusion over loyalty and conflicts. Title insurance protects against title risks and is not replaced by agency disclosure. A disclosure form does not create a lease by itself. Licensees still owe honesty and fair dealing to non-clients.
Stressed about your CompTIA exam? We can take CompTIA exam for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 4. Why is an advertisement saying perfect for young singles only risky for a suburban lot? Option A. It may imply discrimination based on familial status or age-related preferences. Option B. It automatically creates a lease option. Option C. It eliminates the need for a property description. Option D. It is required for every condominium ad. The correct answer is option A. It may imply discrimination based on familial status or age-related preferences. Housing advertising must avoid language that expresses a discriminatory preference or limitation. Ad wording does not create a lease option by itself. A property description is still separate from fair housing compliance. Condominium advertising is not required to use such limiting language. Question 5. During negotiations, why is consideration important in a purchase contract for Carlos in Monterey? Option A. It makes the buyer's loan automatically approved. Option B. It shows that each party is exchanging something of legal value. Option C. It replaces the need for mutual consent. Option D. It proves the property has no liens. The correct answer is option B. It shows that each party is exchanging something of legal value. Consideration is the bargained minus for legal value supporting a contract. Loan approval depends on lender underwriting. Mutual consent is still required for contract formation. Lien status is addressed through title and payoff review. Question 6. A person owns a garden apartment building only for the duration of another person's life, What estate is being described? Option A, easement in gross. Option B, fee simple absolute. Option C, life estate per autre vie. Option D, periodic tenancy. The correct answer is option C, life estate per autre vie. A life estate per autre vie is measured by the life of someone other than the holder of the estate. An easement in gross is a non-possessory use right. Fee simple absolute is not tied to a measuring life. A periodic tenancy is a leasehold that renews by periods. Question 7. A legal description identifies land more precisely than a street address. Why is that important for Layla in Bakersfield? Option A, street addresses are never used in real estate. Option B, legal descriptions set the interest rate on a loan. Option C, legal descriptions replace all zoning rules. Option D, conveyance documents require a reliable description of the property being transferred. The correct answer is option D. Conveyance documents require a reliable description of the property being transferred. A proper legal description helps identify the exact real property involved in a deed or contract. Street addresses may be helpful but are not always precise enough for conveyance. Loan interest rates are financial terms, not legal minus description terms. Zoning rules still apply independently of the description. Question 8. How should an escrow holder treat conflicting instructions from Nate and Bianca? Option A, remain neutral and follow mutually agreed written escrow instructions or seek proper resolution. Option B, rewrite the purchase contract without consent. Option C, release all funds to the broker immediately. Option D, favor the party who opened escrow first. The correct answer is option A. Remain neutral and follow mutually agreed written escrow instructions or seek proper resolution. Escrow is a neutral process governed by written instructions from the parties. Escrow cannot rewrite material contract terms without authorization. Funds are not released to a broker merely because a dispute exists. Opening escrow first does not create a right to favored treatment.
Are you looking for CompTIA exam actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access CompTIA exam study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get CompTIA exam answer key today.
Question 9. How is loan minus to minus value calculated when Anika borrows $1,500,000 on a property valued at $755,000? Option A, commission divided by sale price. Option B, loan amount divided by property value. Option C, property value divided by annual rent. Option D, interest rate multiplied by closing costs. The correct answer is option B, loan amount divided by property value. Loan minus to minus value compares the loan amount to the property value or price used by the lender. Commission divided by sale price measures commission percentage. Value divided by rent is closer to a gross rent analysis concept. Interest rate times closing costs is not LTV. Question 10. A broker intentionally uses client trust money to pay office rent. What violation does this suggest for Miles in Santa Rosa? Option A, accession. Option B, novation. Option C, conversion of trust funds. Option D, accretion. The correct answer is option C, conversion of trust funds. Conversion involves using another person's funds for an unauthorized purpose. Accession concerns property additions or improvements. Novation replaces a contractual obligation with a new one. Accretion involves gradual land buildup by natural forces. Question 11. A home built before 1978 is being sold. Which federal disclosure topic is commonly involved for NIA in Palm Springs? Option A, interstate land sales exemption only. Option B, commercial zoning variance. Option C, adjustable minus rate mortgage conversion. Option D, lead minus based paint disclosure. The correct answer is option D, lead minus based paint disclosure. Federal law commonly requires lead minus based paint disclosures for many pre-1978 residential properties. Interstate land sales rules are different from lead disclosure obligations. A zoning variance is a land minus use permission issue. ARM conversion is a financing topic. Question 12. Why is depreciation important in the cost approach for Silas in San Jose? Option A. It accounts for loss in value from physical, functional, or external causes. Option B. It records the deed with the county. Option C. It increases value whenever a loan is paid down. Option D. It is the same as annual property tax. The correct answer is option A. It accounts for loss in value from physical, functional, or external causes. Depreciation reduces the improvement value estimate for wear, design issues, or outside influences. Recording is a title process, not a valuation adjustment. Loan amortization affects debt balance rather than appraisal depreciation. Property tax is a government charge, not depreciation. Question 13. A broker earns a 4% commission on a sale price of $185,000. What calculation finds the commission? Option A. Loan amount divided by acreage. Option B. Sale price multiplied by commission rate. Option C. Assessed value minus hazard insurance. Option D. Interest rate plus escrow fee. The correct answer is option B. Sale price multiplied by commission rate. Commission is calculated by multiplying the agreed sale price by the commission rate. Loan amount divided by acreage gives a debt minus per minus acre figure, not commission. Assessed value minus insurance does not calculate brokerage compensation. Adding interest rate to escrow fee combines unrelated terms. Question 14. Why does a lease give a tenant important rights even though the landlord keeps title for pria in ventura? Option A. The landlord loses all future rights permanently. Option B. The lender becomes the tenant's agent. Option C. A lease creates a possessory leasehold interest for the tenant. Option D. The tenant becomes the fee simple owner. The correct answer is option C. A lease creates a possessory leasehold interest for the tenant. A lease transfers possession for a period or tenancy while the landlord retains ownership. The landlord retains reversionary and contractual rights. The lender does not become an agent by virtue of the lease. Fee simple title does not pass merely because a lease is signed. Question 15. A driveway easement benefits a neighboring parcel. What type of right is most likely involved for Ethan in Riverside? Option A. Net listing. Option B. A mechanic's lien only. Option C. Bill of sale. Option D. Easement appurtenant. The correct answer is option D. Easement appurtenant. An easement appurtenant benefits one parcel and burdens another, often running with the land. A net listing is a brokerage compensation arrangement. A mechanic's lien secures payment for labor or materials. A bill of sale transfers personal property. Question 16. How does a natural hazard zone differ from a physical defect inside a home for Asha in Pasadena? Option A. A hazard zone concerns mapped external risks, while a defect concerns property condition. Option B. Both are identical to mortgage interest. Option C. A hazard zone always makes title unmarketable. Option D. A physical defect is never disclosable. The correct answer is option A. A hazard zone concerns mapped external risks, while a defect concerns property condition. Natural hazards relate to mapped environmental or geographic risk areas, while physical defects concern the structure or site condition. Mortgage interest is a financing cost, not a hazard or defect. A hazard zone does not automatically make title unmarketable. Physical defects may be material and require disclosure. Question 17. What is the practical difference between property taxes and documentary transfer taxes for Darius in Los Angeles? Option A. Both are broker trust funds. Option B. Property taxes are recurring ownership taxes, while documentary transfer taxes are tied to transfer documents or sales. Option C. Both are appraiser licensing fees. Option D. Both are monthly rent payments. The correct answer is option B. Property taxes are recurring ownership taxes, while documentary transfer taxes are tied to transfer documents or sales. Property taxes recur based on ownership and assessment, while transfer taxes are associated with certain transfers. Trust funds are money held for others by brokers. Appraiser licensing fees are unrelated government charges. Rent payments are private lease obligations. Question 18. Why should a licensee avoid exaggerating guaranteed appreciation in a video ad for a residential rental? Option A. Only print ads can mislead consumers. Option B. Appreciation is always guaranteed by state law. Option C. Truthful advertising rules prohibit misleading claims. Option D. Video ads are exempt from real estate rules. The correct answer is option C. Truthful advertising rules prohibit misleading claims. Real estate advertising must be truthful and not misleading, regardless of media format. Misrepresentation can occur in any advertising medium. State law does not guarantee property appreciation. Digital and video advertising still require compliance.
Stressed about your CompTIA exam? We can take CompTIA exam for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. A broker delegates tasks to an unlicensed assistant. Which task is safest for the assistant for Hero in Chula Vista? Option A. Negotiating purchase price with a buyer. Option B. Explaining contract legal consequences. Option C. Soliciting listings for commission. Option D. Scheduling appointments using information supplied by the licensee. The correct answer is option D. Scheduling appointments using information supplied by the licensee. Unlicensed assistants may perform limited administrative tasks but cannot perform licensed negotiation or solicitation activities. Negotiating price is a licensed activity. Explaining legal consequences requires professional authority and may involve unauthorized practice. Soliciting listings for compensation requires licensure. Question 20. How can the DRE respond to unlawful real estate activity by an unlicensed person for Tanya in Sacramento? Option A. Use enforcement tools such as orders, citations, or referrals as allowed by law. Option B. Appraise every property the person discussed. Option C. Guarantee the person's commission. Option D. Issue a grant deed to the person. The correct answer is option A. Use enforcement tools such as orders, citations, or referrals as allowed by law. DRE enforcement can address unlicensed or unlawful activity through administrative and legal channels. Appraisal is not the enforcement response. Unlicensed commissions are not guaranteed by DRE. A grant deed transfers title and is not a discipline tool. Question 21. How can exclusive use common area differ from a separate interest in a condominium project for Noah in Irvine? Option A. It is a broker trust account. Option B. It is common area reserved for one owner's use rather than owned as a separate unit. Option C. It is always public land. Option D. It is the same as a mortgage payoff. The correct answer is option B. It is common area reserved for one owner's use rather than owned as a separate unit. Exclusive use common area gives particular use rights while remaining part of the common area structure. Trust accounts hold money, not common area rights. It is not automatically public property. Mortgage payoff is a debt settlement item. Question 22. Why should a property manager document move minus in condition carefully for Jean in Modesto? Option A. It records the deed with the county. Option B. It creates a new zoning classification. Option C. It helps evaluate later disputes over damage, repairs, and deposits. Option D. It guarantees that rent will never be late. The correct answer is option C. It helps evaluate later disputes over damage, repairs, and deposits. Move minus in documentation helps distinguish pre-existing conditions from later damage or wear. Deed recording is a title transfer process. Zoning is changed through public land minus use procedures. Documentation does not guarantee payment behavior. Question 23. A parcel description uses boundaries, monuments, and courses. Which legal description method is most likely for Maya in Fresno? Option A. Straight minus line depreciation. Option B. Open listing. Option C. Gross rent multiplier. Option D. Meets and bounds. The correct answer is option D. Meets and bounds. Meets and bounds descriptions identify land by distances, directions, and monuments. Straight minus line depreciation is an accounting or valuation concept. Open listing is a brokerage agreement type. GRM is an income minus property valuation tool. Question 24. Why must loan advertising avoid misleading payment claims for Kai in Anaheim? Option A. Borrowers must receive accurate information about credit terms and costs. Option B. Loan ads never involve consumer protection rules. Option C. Misleading loan ads are allowed if the rate is low. Option D. Only sellers can be misled in real estate. The correct answer is option A. Borrowers must receive accurate information about credit terms and costs. Mortgage and credit advertising rules are designed to prevent deceptive representations about payments, rates, and costs. Consumer protection rules commonly apply to loan advertising. A low rate does not excuse misleading terms. Borrowers and buyers can also be harmed by deceptive information. Question 25. Why are impound or escrow accounts used by some lenders for Zara in Monterey? Option A. To hold the broker's personal vacation money. Option B. To collect funds for items such as property taxes and insurance. Option C. To create a new legal description. Option D. To make the appraisal unnecessary. The correct answer is option B. To collect funds for items such as property taxes and insurance. Lender impounds help ensure recurring property charges are paid when due. Personal broker funds do not belong in lender impounds. Legal descriptions are created through surveying and records, not impounds. Appraisals may still be required for lending.